Title: The Shadow, the part of you that controls your life. There is a version of you that you have spent your entire life trying not to become. It is impulsive, emotional, aggressive, capable of things you would never openly admit. But it is still you, and no matter how far you try to distance yourself from it, it follows you. In your anger, in your jealousy, in your sudden reactions you cannot explain. Carl Jung called this the shadow, and until you face it, it will control you from behind the scenes. Problem 030-2. From the moment you are born, you begin learning what is acceptable and what is not. You are rewarded for being calm, punished for being angry, praised for being obedient, corrected for being difficult. Slowly, you begin constructing a version of yourself that the world will accept. You become polite, controlled, predictable. But the traits that do not fit this image do not disappear. Your anger, your selfishness, your envy, your fear, your dominance, your intensity. They are pushed downward, out of conscious awareness. This creates a split between who you are and who you allow yourself to be. The version you show the world becomes your persona. The version you hide becomes your shadow. The more you suppress it, the stronger it becomes, because anything denied expression does not die. It waits, and it finds other ways to emerge. The shadow reveals itself in moments when you lose control, when you say something you immediately regret, when you feel disproportionate anger towards someone, when you sabotage opportunities without understanding why, when you judge others harshly for traits you secretly possess. What you hate most in others often reflects something you have rejected in yourself. This is projection. The mind externalizes what it refuses to accept internally. A man who suppresses his aggression may see the world as hostile. A man who suppresses his ambition may resent successful people. A man who suppresses his emotions may feel empty. The shadow also contains positive traits: confidence, assertiveness, creativity, sexual energy, leadership. If you were taught these traits were dangerous or unacceptable, you buried them alongside the negative ones. This is why many people feel weak, passive, or directionless. They have disconnected from their own power. The shadow is not evil. It is incomplete. It is the unexpressed totality of who you are, and it influences your behavior whether you acknowledge it or not. Ignored, it controls you unconsciously. Recognized, it becomes part of your strength. Integration begins with awareness. Instead of denying your reactions, observe them. When you feel sudden anger, ask what triggered it. When you feel intimidated, ask what you fear. When you judge someone harshly, ask what part of yourself you see in them. This does not mean acting on every impulse. It means understanding its source. A man who integrates his shadow becomes calm, not because he lacks aggression, but because he has mastered it. He becomes confident, not because he lacks fear, but because he understands it. He becomes dangerous, but controlled, because nothing inside him is unknown. He is whole. Most people spend their lives running from themselves. They build identities designed to avoid discomfort. They suppress their instincts, their emotions, their truth. But the shadow never disappears. It waits in silence, influencing decisions, shaping behavior, defining limits. The man who refuses to face his shadow remains divided. The man who turns toward it becomes complete. Because the goal is not to become perfect, it is to become whole. And the moment you stop running from yourself, you begin to become someone real.